breach,
breach,
breach, breach, breach.
I'm gonna breach the outer perimeter. I'm gonna breach the outer perimeter. I'm gonna breach the outer perimeter. I'm gonna disable the security measures, penetrate the target, locate and secure the package.
I don't really think I could videotape Claire. It would be a breach of trust. Be a breach of trust. Be a breach of trust. Trust is overrated.
You may have a breach, you may have a breach, you may have a breach. Search the property.
Sir, we have a home breach! Field breach, abort! We've lost all contact with the pod.
We have a breach at Salvation Gate. They're coming on the wall.
He hired us to steal the drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and call Kevin's murder a breach of contract and take the diamonds as compensation.
Police, I need police right now. You understand me? Right now, goddammit!
Can anybody hear me?
Burn everything! Burn it now!
All right, burn everything.
Training that cop gets intel for when SWAT goes in to breach the bank.
Security breach in section 12. Repeat, security breach in section 12.
That's another security perimeter breach. Let's move! Let's move!
Eject,
Eject, eject, eject, eject.
Prince Brennan. Bailiff Griff, eject her now. Eject her now. Eject her now.
Oh, you can't do that.
You're not curious about that?
It's not launched. It's ejected. It's ejected. It's ejected.
We're Facebook friends.
Oh my god, how do I eject?
One pod is ejected. No detonation, sir.
Thompson, you can still hear me.
How's the game, buddy?
Damon got ejected, but we got a two-man advantage.
Oh, yeah? That's fantastic.
They just shot out of my ass. I couldn't help it. Oh, God. He should be ejected from this facility.
Oh my god.
Not you. No. I need you.
Oil company like Mr. McGraw.
After Miss Kramer was ejected from the hall, the oil lease auction proceeded without incident.
Actually went along for the ride, but in the back of my mind, I always had one finger on the eject button.
That's
After. See if he had time to eject.
I saw it, okay? This is Pee Wee Baseball. You can't eject somebody.
Oh, the driver! He was ejected!
Bucket, bucket,
bucket, bucket.
bucket.
Manny, you set a pick on Luke's man and roll to the bucket, roll to the bucket, roll to the bucket. Luke, you know what to do.
No, I don't.
And just talking about it, the severed member was found in the ice bucket. The ice bucket. The ice bucket.
You're kidding.
No.
Phone's in the bucket. Phone's in the bucket. Phone's in the bucket.
Take out this garbage.
The Hudson broad.
What about her?
The commissioner thinks, and I agree with him on this, that she's leaking like a rusty bucket.
And?
Gone.
What do you mean gone?
I was so upset when he kicked the bucket, I had no choice but to drown my sorrows. When I woke up in the morning, it was gone.
leaving only his blood in the street. But the inspectors used buckets to clean up the mess instead of collecting it. They discarded his gun instead of preserving its prints.
There's lots.
More? How much more?
Enough to fill this bucket more times than I can count.
You know about exaggerating.
As soon as that bucket goes, we run. We don't stick around for the laughs or the screams or anything. All right?
eBay.
Just like a nigga to buy new rims for his bucket before it's even got a steering wheel.
The only task I will be trusted with is swabbing out the piss buckets. And that, my darling, I feel compelled to state out loud.
It's not exercise. The only time you move is to lift the drumstick from the bucket.
Government, it's 50 mil. It's a drop in the bucket.
It would be if we were actually funded by the government.
Elegant,
Elegant, elegant,
Elegant.
Elegant.
You're a natural, you know. Cool, imaginative, elegant, elegant, elegant. You found your calling, Nick.
You be brave and elegant and elegant and elegant, okay? Don't take shit from any of the old people.
It was elegant. It was elegant. It was elegant.
Thank you.
Lightning's usual elegant work?
And this gentleman, this elegant, wherever you're from, gets up.
Reinvent herself. She knew she had to reinvent her life and her identity. And like me, she envisioned a better, elegant future for herself. Like me, she knew you had to have a vision.
It's a disposable funnel for upwardly mobile, elegant young ladies who want to stand and pee in the street like a man.
Get in the library. Don't say working. Say employed. The shit sound more elegant.
It's elegant, but simple. Works as a purse. Or you can wear it as a clutch, take the strap off.
Look, I was promised an elegant dinner. I rearranged my whole schedule.
Intuitive. It's almost elegant.
Unfortunately, it is a tongue designed for pragmatism, not poetry.
Crawl.
Crawl. Crawl. Crawl. Crawl.
How drunk dialing me at midnight and saying just come on over and crawl into bed as being together, then yes.
I count it.
Then yes.
You're gonna tell the horse, don't worry, I want to crawl on you, crawl on you, crawl on you.
Are you doing? I'm unplugging this. It's an open window. He can crawl in anytime he crawl in anytime he crawl in anytime he likes.
So he comes in, we grab him. It's the only lead we've got.
What am I?
It's a nightmare.
You know, I've got a cluster of shrapnel trying every second to crawl its way into my heart. This stops it. This little circle of light, it's part of me now.
Look, you remember that Japanese kid last winter? Remember him? Rats crawled through the pipe, they ate him alive. What about him? Parents still paid up. Bluffed away out of that.
Well,
It's amazing. She really listens to James. She just crawled right back up in there.
Well, the nurses will take you to your room.
What the hell are you doing? All right! I'm gonna crawl out onto the wing! When I get stable, I'm gonna give you a signal! I want you to flip this plane over!
The security system. Now, if we crawl on our bellies, we can avoid the motion sensors. And what do you mean this time?
Now, what crawled up his ass?
He hates lab rats.
what if I crawl around inside here? I heard you designed this yourself. I'd love to see how you did it.
Why don't you get out of my tavern and go back to whatever vile pit you crawled out of?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I haven't even had coffee this morning. I wake up and what do I come down to? Dicks in my face.
It's ridiculous. 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 King to rook 3, knight to king 6, pawn takes queen, bishop to knight. This is ridiculous.
No, it is not. And just let me finish. You owe me a meal anyway.
Thanks, Grace.
I'm serious, man. This is ridiculous, making me wait around the house for you.
Why can't you let me rot in peace?
Go to the pocket.
This is ridiculous.
Take him into custody, General. Yes, sir, Mr. President.
No, you can't do. No, I'm still president. I am still president.
We'll just consider this a coup.
It could be fun. Some of them are so ridiculous. Themes and things.
You'd think we'd like a cruise.
This is ridiculous. I think you're paranoid.
Mother.
Well, that's ridiculous. He's got you. He's got our mother. You think...
Nick, that's ridiculous.
You don't understand what she is.
What is she?
This is ridiculous. Here.
Why should I carry around this ridiculous thing if you're never there when I use it?
You put in the middle name, that's 4. That's ridiculous.
No, yeah, I agree.
Maneuver.
Maneuver. Maneuver. Maneuver.
Maneuver.
Furious with Mike for not seeing through this blatant maneuver. Blatant maneuver. Blatant maneuver.
So...
But mostly...
You know what? I'm gonna...
Even if I never resigned, I still wouldn't have won that Senate seat. They were always maneuvering me. I was in denial.
That's not true.
Then he goes and robs a bank, discharging a gun in the process so that at sentencing he could maneuver his way to Fox River, where his brother scheduled
Deodorant.
I said the house smells good.
Semantics. And then the not-so-subtle sit-on-the-bed maneuver. You know, why not just ask for a massage?
I sat because my feet hurt.
What was she doing working as our nanny?
We don't know.
Oh, I think I do. Another dirty campaign maneuver, courtesy of your opponent.
Maneuver the ship into position to pick up the extract team.
Aye, sir.
This team's working. Grodd's on the move.
I don't understand. What is the plan?
He's maneuvering Grodd into a tunnel 5.3 miles from Barry.
So Barry can do what? Joke's on you. I'm not pregnant. That was just a maneuver designed to save our marriage. Oh, well.
Bitch!
Oh! As I was saying, nunchucks are deceptively difficult to maneuver if you've had no practice. Oh!
Rare for a shooter to stab someone.
This would not be an intimate killing. The maneuver was fast and clinical, very little blood.
Oh, like...
Better by now.
His pelvis and his spleen look clean. Has to be his liver. Try a Pringle maneuver and see if you can stop this bleeding.
Okay.
Fluff. Fluff.
Fluff.
Fluff. Fluff.
A button, fluff, and fluff, and fluff, and some sand. Yeah, it's a little anticlimactic.
Sorry. You don't know how to fluff a pillow. A fluff a pillow. A fluff a pillow.
Oh, go fluff yourself.
Gorgeous. Don't fluff me, Paul.
3, 2, 1.
Unlucky in love?
It's killing me!
Yeah, definitely due for a fluff and fold.
What is this?
Heart, just let me try, and I will not complain about sitting behind this desk 24/7 writing those fluff pieces you give me.
So, you backed the Spectator, and I put out fluff pieces on you and Lily to offset her bad press on Gossip Girl.
Be professional. How professional can I be? She's asked me to fluff his nutter.
Doing it with, that's love to me. Someone to fluff while you fold, someone to whisper to at a boring party, someone to...
Must be nice. Whisked away on a vacation. Someone to fluff your pillows.
Trust me, it's not the plaza.
Invitations. Well, I haven't picked out the card stock yet.
Okay, well, fluff pillows. Come on.
Please don't go.
Today.
We're going to die in this house.
Oh, the pillows have lost their fluff.
6 jars of marshmallow fluff. Wow, is there a zombie apocalypse coming?
Brick. 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 Brick.
What does that mean when you say you'll take care of it? It's not a brick through a car window. Or another of the cute little warnings over the past.
You can't tell. This looks just like the real brick I actually dropped the noodle on.
Shouse, 23. Multiple injuries after slamming into a brick wall. Brick wall. How did
Idiot.
Rajan Cohen just called me. The B of A team is sitting there playing Brick Breaker on their phones. They don't want this deal.
It's in Los Angeles. The gold bricks he stole from us had a Balinese dancer stamped on them. Just got word from a contact of mine called Skinny Pete that a gold...
I love it. They gotta do the Follow the Yellow Brick Road one, though, right?
No, it's different. It's just the witches.
This is Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and no amount of exposed brick and paint can change the fact that right where you're standing... Do you know where they were sold?
I'm still waiting for a list of stores that carry the costumes both online and brick and mortar. Should have some answers by the morning.
Down the Yellow Brick Road, of course.
Is there any way in from the inside?
2 layers of steel and brick down here. It'll take us hours to get close.
Amplify.
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 What's your next move? A march from Selma to Montgomery to protest and amplify. Well, I'll be damned.
signal. He would amplify the brain waves among several subjects, and channeling it to the door, he hoped to produce a result.
So what happened?
But
while there, he was taught to control, amplify those powers, amplify those powers, amplify those powers.
Lovely, and who exactly do we have to thank for that? Shield.
A signal to Landsat 7, our deep orbiting satellite, which will amplify and relay the signal to our targeted planet, which is rather grandly entitled.
Can you improve the quality?
Sure, I can amplify a single pixel, clean it up with my magic, and leave it so bright and shiny you need sunglasses to look at.
Beethoven?
I personally preferred Mozart myself, but be careful to limit his exposure to 1 hour a day. Amniotic fluids have a tendency to amplify sound.
Thanks for the reminder, Doc.
Here, get the car, you're driving. You know how alcohol tends to amplify certain personality traits? Get the car, Neil. I'm on it.
Holiday.
Hey, is there any way that Stanton could turn off the signal lights or switch the tracks without ever coming down to the platform?
Maybe he'd need a booster to amplify the wireless signal so he could access it above ground.
Well, now take that frequency and see if you can amplify it.
There's nothing unimportant in there.
Then what was the point of highlighting it?
To amplify its importance.
And how much time do we have to tell our audience about the end of the world?
4 minutes and...
Dart.
Dart. Dart.
Dot.
Dart.
That's fine. Fuck you all. I'm gonna go play some darts. Have a really boring life with my boring friend Casey.
It's, poison dart frog. Wendy took it in Guyana.
What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking reindeer?
Go right at it. It's gonna dart.
I can't stop. I'm going 100 miles an hour.
It's gonna dart, and then you'll right at it. It's gonna dart.
And Bella's. This is not a great way to start their season.
Yeah, this number is like an elephant dart to the public's face.
This from raw meat. They use the hatchets to throw down food to the cats or sedate them with darts.
What's gonna happen with that tiger anyway?
Shoot him.
Bolt.
When Werner hit me with the vertigo dart, he told me that his formula, it shows us our worst fear.
It's you. Hold up. I put a tracker in the tranq dart you shot Grodd with. As soon as it activates...
Cisco, I can't wait for the...
Loki discovered that Frigg had forgotten to ask Mistletoe.
Poison dart.
A 15-year-old boy?
Here. Put in your tranq dart and let her rip. Wham, bam, lights fucking out.
Emphasize.
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 You want me to emphasize we're not doing well?
Yes, please.
So there's ships, but emphasize. It's just a precaution. I don't want to alarm anyone until we know for sure.
Stupid. And yeah, I said stupid twice, only to emphasize how stupid that is.
Hey.
About this for so
All
long. of my guests will experience romance with one of our actors. But I must emphasize there is to be no touching. Other than the Not a chance. necessary social graces.
Criminal reaction of the occupants in shooting at announced police officers emphasizes the extreme viciousness of the Black Panther Party.
Swede, be sure to emphasize Carlo's role in this. It should ensure their support.
No one was making fun of Andy Griffith. I can't emphasize that enough.
Warrior, every Eastern philosophy emphasizes...
No walkie-talkies, no flashlights. Definitely no tasers. I can't emphasize that enough. Deal?
About how to talk to the buyers. Emphasize sports medicine, don't emphasize my research.
She doesn't want anything to jeopardize the sale.
Life-limiting illness. We emphasize quality of life.
Mushroom and Swiss cheese omelet. And I can't emphasize this enough. Waffles.
Gush.
Gosh.
My new novel.
Like never before. It's gushing out of me like a ripe well.
Thank goodness you were available. Well, I am a fan, if I may gush. Your work has profoundly influenced my research up at the...
My legs.
So I'm just standing there, shit gushing down my thighs. I ruined my fucking favorite Nikes. And Wesley's just there, doubled over, losing it.
I realize that's what my dreams have meant. The Washington Monument, the gushing oil derricks, the hot dog eating contests.
For some reason, people care what you think. So, you will sit front row at vintage Eleanor Waldorf, applaud wildly, and gush to anyone who will listen about how fabulous my new collection is.
He told you about that?
They both did. You should have seen the woman, looking at Carlos, gushing like crazy.
And you're okay with them going away together?
One more than me.
Okay, once I cut the fundus, there's going to be a gush of amniotic fluid. Just keep the abdomen retracted.
Okay.
She's certainly a rising star in the tech world, gushing profiles and blogs and national magazines.
What happened?
I was chopping and suddenly there were screams, so I took my eyes off the onion. Next thing I know, my hand's gushing blood.
Screams?
Reaction to a two-tier...
Cocaine. Cocaine. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
I don't know, my ass kind of hurts. Oh no, did I do cocaine? 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 I'm deathly allergic to cocaine.
You had a cocaine problem? A cocaine problem? A cocaine problem?
That's how I got the deviated septum, remember?
Smoke some weed. Cocaine. Cocaine. Cocaine.
A little cocaine.
Cocaine. Shit.
I'm only having a bit of fun, like. Don't mean nothing by it. Right, $500 million worth of cocaine. You think this is a fit subject for levity? Street value.
Isn't that like enough business?
There isn't priests, there isn't any children. So what is it you do, Chloe?
I sell cocaine and heroin to Belgian film crews.
Do you?
Not anymore.
That cocaine on your nose?
Between the bottle and the sports book.
4.2 grams of crack cocaine. You were just short of intent to distribute.
He had a problem with cocaine before we were married.
Cocaine, marijuana, heroin most recently. Your husband's been working for him.
Party. You have cocaine? They like that too.
No, no cocaine, just pot.
You two really think about the cocaine, Nancy?
No.
Only if you haven't been caught with 10 kilos of cocaine on you. How could he be arrested for cocaine possession? Claude swore he was clean.
Credentials.
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 Not one of you leaves here lacking the credentials to thrive in the world. You're all well equipped to push on to university.
The commission was mine until Victor Mendelsohn used his flashy credentials to steal my job.
Here are your credentials and mission dossier. Credentials and mission dossier. Credentials and mission dossier. You should be an expert on Gulf gas and electric by the time we land.
But he's young, he's energetic, he has solid conservative credentials. With plenty, we make the base happy.
All right, Alex. I think that Chad and I established our credentials yesterday. Now, what do we do about your tunnel?
My tunnel.
Duke knows his business. It's not every day we see torturers with these credentials.
If you'd like to check my credentials, be my guest.
The staff credentials files.
Should all be in HR.
Down here to be digitized. And we're locked.
Yeah, but exactly who are these people? What are their credentials? How are they qualified? What make...
Look, he has a Secret Service star, but his ID and his credentials are dust.
I'm sending...
2 weeks ago, a driver from the reserve shows up, he flashes his credentials, drives off with the dough. 40 minutes later, the real driver shows up. Me.
You're wearing ACN credentials.
Yeah, that was, pretty stupid.
Dairy.
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 Let's sure you fancy visiting some cows down at the dairy farm.
There's a dairy farm. Dairy farm. Dairy farm.
There'll be a dog.
Good guy. In Octan, they make good stuff. Music, dairy products, dairy products, dairy products, coffee, TV shows, surveillance systems, all history books.
Good news. Based on her thrifty shopping habits and taste for artificial dairy, she's clearly not a gold digger.
You've been plowing through those things. Do you know why they tasted good? Because they have dairy in them.
Why would you do that?
Because I felt like it.
No more dairy, no more wheat, no more sugar.
Sugar, wheat, and dairy. Okay.
What the fuck is left? Sorry.
Some sort of bergamot, provided it's not Earl Grey, and I'd like soy milk instead of dairy.
45 minutes, I heard about diseased cows on dairy farms, the horrors of genetic engineering.
Tonics with 2 limes. Bat's lefty. He has no gallbladder, and he has a dairy allergy. None of it.
It is, as a matter of fact. I was born and raised on a dairy outside the town of Cuttle's Breath Wash on Aragon.
They're a grand addition. When they've settled in, you ought to consider dairy. It's another job for the splendid Mr. Drew.
Delegate.
Delegate. Delegate.
Delegate.
Delegate.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, delegates, and fellow citizens.
Ranking officer, you should have delegated your task of latrine inspection to another officer.
We don't talk again unless my delegate is present. Delegate is present. Delegate is present.
You delegated authority over Gen Pop to me, boss.
I know I did.
I'll definitely have to wash this shirt.
Do you want me to dive in? No. I need you to learn how to delegate.
Trailing Governor Morris of Pennsylvania. Governor Morris has mounted a sizable lead with 2,047 delegates, winning New Hampshire.
I delegated it.
To whom?
To Gail.
Sometimes a man in my position needs to delegate.
Raise those babies. What I mean is delegate to someone else who is not me.
But I personally don't feel the need to have a junior delegate appoint himself my spokesman.
Nickel.
Nickel. Nickel.
Nickel.
Nickel.
And a nickel.
Copper and nickel. Copper and nickel. Copper and nickel. What if the coins were part of the bomb?
That's a neat trick, Mr. Wong.
If you flip the nickel 10 times, you'll get heads, heads, tails, heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, tails. I mean, these fucking shoe companies, they pay a Chinese 8-year-old 2 nickels to hand-stitch these fucking things till their fingers bleed, and they sell them in the ghetto of the United States for $250.
Swell. Lana, crazy dame. Hey, ain't you got a nickel to call first?
No need. Your ma told me where to find you, Ken.
What he's doing.
The important thing right now is to keep Lucia alive. That means these guys have to know that they can't get a nickel out of you until we first know that she's okay.
See you next year. Don't take anyone in nickels.
Ah.
Beep, beep. Error division.
Weed. I need a steady supply, and I'm not talking nickel and dime bags here.
That much.
If I had a nickel for every time you said big bucks, I'd have big bucks.
Yes, contrary to popular belief, the buffalo nickel was modeled on the black diamond bison rather than the more iconic Western Plains bison.
Douglas Stevens, he did a nickel as a getaway driver for a bank robber, and guess who did time with him?
Bunk. Bunk.
Bunk. Bunk.
Bunk.
Their bedroom. Cozy, huh? These bunk beds were just donated to my church, so I snagged them for you. They should do the trick.
Can we go on your bunk? Your bunk? Your bunk?
Sure, Square.
Bunk bed? Bunk bed? Bunk bed?
He was touching his sleep. Yeah, help me get him to his bunk. There we go. There you go.
And not everybody can fit on my one couch. And I thought to myself, well, what if there was such a thing as a bunk bed, but as a couch? Introducing the double-decker couch.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dan. You still upset that you got the bottom bunk?
How did you know I was thinking about that? I really was thinking about
The top is just so much better.
Yeah, I was
look
supposed
at
to have that.
Here's Daniel down there.
I was
Oh,
supposed
so
to have
crammed. I'm so... His current medium is himself.
What's that?
It's bunk for school. Come on. I want you to meet our host.
Okay, boys. My naked butt cheeks. Tom's saggy ass falling off the top bunk.
Neither! You big dick.
Hey, come on.
Bed with a 6-year-old nephew.
Well, Scotty's with my mom for the week, so I got the bunk bed all to myself.
Got your new bunkmate.
Trigger something in you.
So what, you guys put like tiny hidden cameras in my bunk?
Not in your bunk, but I think you're focusing on the wrong details here.
Oh, hey. We're gonna be able to bunk together in prison, right?
Article.
Article.
Article. Article.
Article.
When you read this morning's paper, you may come across an article about the unusual day I had last week.
According to the article. Well, I guess anything's possible.
The one we want, that's Mickey.
Why do they have to choose us for the stupid article? Because you won that day. It's mostly about you.
All right. One time I read this article on cosmic occurrences. I wish I still had it. You would love it.
You do nothing. That's why I'm here. I read your article in Sports Illustrated. You told the truth about the Russians.
Yeah, that's right, I did.
Thanks, Anthony Romano, Mr. Hefner. Love the magazine. Love the article about the swimming parties.
Let me tell you what I'll do. I'll take clips from your article and I'll put it in my scrapbook.
So excited to have you as our spring cover, Mom.
Me too. Listen, can we just try to keep it positive? You know, there's a lot of articles out there that make women over 35 who are pregnant feel like crap.
Right.
And I just don't.
To feel the emotion from your article in the Journal for Behavioral Science, 2001.
Well, the truth is, Nico, I thought this magazine article was a legitimate honor. A way to wipe the slate clean, you know?
Stray bullet. Just read an article how a mailman in Portland was killed when a bullet fired into the air 6 blocks away fell back to earth.
Rock?
Oh, you're rock. That's funny, because according to Article 6 of the 1967 UN Outer Space Treaty, it's not yours.
Grieve.
Grieve. Grieve. Grieve.
Grieve.
New cruise. No time to grieve. Grieve. Grieve.
My son draws stares and whispers because of his father, Agent Lisbon. Both of us. We deserve to grieve without shame and scandal, don't we?
I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but don't you think your conversation is a little inappropriate? I mean, we're here to grieve, not cruise.
An opportunity to grieve on the law. And your son took that from me.
So, as we mourn the passing of Rex Van de Kamp, we give thanks to God. For we do not grieve as those who have no hope, but as those who place their trust in God.
I couldn't be angry because she was dead. I couldn't grieve because I was so angry. That's what happens when your sister dies while screwing your boyfriend.
Everyone is looking to me to lead. If I grieve, nobody else gets to.
You and your father.
I know you grieve, but so do I.
People are dead.
I grieve for them, Admiral. And I assure you, the Tillium ship's just a...
We've all come to remember Sergeant Air Matthias. To grieve for our loss. To honor her.
You go home, grieve, you get strong.
Look, I can't imagine how hard this is for you. Asking you to relive everything, having to grieve all over again. And Ellie, if you want to say no, say no.
Whatever you need.
He was the father of my baby.
You grieve. And leave mundane matters to me.
Couch. 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 Couch.
No one's here!
Okay, everyone on the couch. Let's go. Let's go. Get on the couch. Get on the couch. Get on the couch. Come on.
The MMA world is abuzz tonight.
Hey, Hank. Get on the couch, man. Sit down, bud.
I'll sleep on the couch.
And I want to know who did this.
Nobody else. I guess the couch did it to itself.
Momentarily between places.
Thing is, Claire's mom is here. She's staying with us.
Well, that's okay. I'll sleep on the couch.
No, that's where she's staying. We're renovating the guest room.
Yes, son, this is what I spent our money on. Look! Real silk curtains! This is a real leather couch, both of these. They spent all morning putting up these fucking mirrors. Look at this. Stay.
Oh, I wish I could sit on my couch, but I can't, because Captain Caveman's on it.
Who's that?
That's just Phoebe.
The world.
Got it,
huh? Yeah, what happened to your hand?
I actually, I dropped a couch on it.
Oh. Seat. Want no couch?
No. Are you disappointed?
A little bit.
Why is Gay asleep on our couch?
I worked her hard.
On an empty stomach.
Look, he was just sitting on the couch and then he fell over and that was it.
Well, once I slept it off, I was fine.
Sleep it off on the couch.
No. Hey, I can drive.
No.
Disable.
Disable. Disable. Disable.
Disable.
Yeah. We need to disable the warhead. Disable the warhead. Disable the warhead.
They can't launch without the codes.
They have the codes, I'm sure.
It's really super cool.
This antifungal spray can freeze and disable any security system.
Wow, that is...
Hope to hear from you. Soon I'd ask Shane how to disable the caller ID, disable the caller ID, disable the caller ID, but oops, he's been killed.
Alarm, it goes right to Cohen. It'll take me 10 minutes to find it and disable it.
You got 5 then.
End on a pirate's face.
Once inside, they'll use their technical know-how to disable the Kraggle shield.
I am the computer.
Now, obviously, you disabled a number of the cameras and then turned the power off to cover your tracks.
I was locked inside the surveillance room.
After an apparent break-in, a small group of suspects were able to disable the alarm. However, nothing was taken.
Aware of Mr. Stern's condition and took advantage of a disabled man who didn't know what he was signing.
This is ridiculous. I had no idea what...
Say we can disable the Ottoman ships as each enters the harbor.
Inside man, if we can't act on what he tells us. Is the acid fog disabled? Is our sleeping army uncaged?
On the flank. Right now, our Sims disable security.
Family, but you know, as much as I'd like to, you can't ignore the fact that she is mentally disabled.
Champion.
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 Ahead. Prepare yourself, Dave, to meet the numero uno, the king of kings, the champion of champions, champion of champions, champion of champions. This is Ramsey.
I'll be devastated.
We have the same coffee schedule.
Breakfast of champions. Breakfast of champions. Breakfast of champions.
Poet?
The poet. We would have known if you'd let him describe himself. He's also a champion poker player, champion poker player, champion poker player. And he brought his cards.
Just wrestling.
All right. You're looking at an all-state fucking wrestling champion, and I got the winner.
Deserve it.
Fascism is a lie told by bullies. So one day Felipe hears a champion ILI player, the next he's hurling grenade.
You're getting old, Atticus. Plenty of young flesh out here just aching to take apart a champion.
Champion.
Too.
It would appear the Turk has found a new champion.
Winner and still champion.
Yeah, only in length.
That's what counts, moron. Circumference doesn't factor in a size war.
You choose to greet Levi, I choose to be a champion. Another poor life choice, John boy.
Robert and I were courting. I fell quite in love with one of his horses. A champion stallion named Silverblaze.
You'd be world champion someday.
Artery.
Artery. Artery.
Artery.
Artery.
I just sliced this man's brachial artery. Brachial artery. Brachial artery. Mr. Colson, hand me the gun.
Eddie, anything yet? We have roadblocks on every major artery. Major artery. Major artery. Units are searching. We will.
Looks like we missed the artery. The artery. The artery.
But it's gonna be okay, right?
You could still bleed out.
Ow! Shit! Did you bite me? God, no. Just a small laceration to the femoral artery. You crazy.
What I'm going to need you to do is cut the thigh diagonally. Now make sure you get deep enough to hit the femoral artery. So you got to go in pretty good. Give it a good whack.
Feet. It's coming from here. That's where you got to stop the blood flow, man.
Yeah, Tibbetts, go. It's just his femoral artery. Do it.
Come on, Tibbetts. Oh.
Come on. You're fine. Hold tight, man. Breathe.
Oh, crap. It's the brachial artery. What is it? It's not
Come on, guys, help out!
Second chance, Mason. Scenario. No! Your target has just severed the femoral artery of a woman.
No!
Has just severed the femoral artery of a woman. You have been in.
Bullet missed his artery. Kid could have died.
He's an adult, though.
The upper back. That shot severs her pulmonary artery. She never has a chance.
How does any of this lead you to think that Chambers is not the assassin?
Paramedic radio. He had a coronary artery spasm treatable with medication. He'll be fine.
If you do not close this artery, he's dead.